There's a point where silence says everything, a moment when words are no longer necessary and actions speak louder than anything else. For a Sigma male, this moment arrives when he decides that enough is enough, that his time, energy, and peace of mind are far too valuable to be wasted on people or situations that fail to respect his boundaries. He doesn't make a scene or announce his departure with dramatic gestures. Instead, he chooses to disappear quietly, fading out of your life so seamlessly that you don't even realize he's gone until it's too late. What makes a Sigma's retreat so powerful is its subtlety. There are no harsh confrontations or long-winded explanations, just a simple withdrawal, as if you were never there in the first place. The reasons for his departure aren't always obvious. It's rarely the big, explosive arguments or glaring betrayals that drive him away. Instead, it's the accumulation of smaller, seemingly insignificant actions, the overlooked gestures, the subtle signs of disrespect, the moments of disregard for his core values. These small mistakes might go unnoticed by most people, but to a Sigma, they speak volumes. They reveal deeper truths about compatibility, respect, and understanding. And while others might brush off such moments as trivial, a Sigma sees them as deal-breaker signs that his presence and efforts are no longer valued. So, what are the behaviors that can push a Sigma male to quietly walk away for good? Let's dive into the 8 critical mistakes that will drive a Sigma male away instantly. Before we start, I've noticed that most of you watch my stories without subscribing. Come on guys, show some love and hit that subscribe button. Your support means the world and helps me keep creating content you enjoy. Number 1. Failing to acknowledge their efforts. A Sigma's drive is often misunderstood. He doesn't help others or go above and beyond because he seeks recognition. He does it because it aligns with his values of loyalty and purpose. But make no mistake, he notices when his contributions go unappreciated. When a Sigma steps in to assist, whether it's tackling extra work on a group project or offering thoughtful advice during a personal crisis, he's offering something valuable. His time and energy. To him, those are finite resources, and he gives them selectively. When his efforts are overlooked or dismissed, it sends a clear message: your contributions don't matter. Over time, this lack of acknowledgement builds resentment. He won't demand recognition or lash out, he's too self-contained for that. Instead, he'll quietly remove himself from the equation. His loyalty is conditional on mutual respect, and if you can't appreciate what he brings to the table, he'll find someone who does. Number 2. Disrespecting their time. Time, to a Sigma, is sacred. Every moment is a building block for something bigger, whether it's pursuing a passion, planning the next step in his career, or simply enjoying much-needed solitude. He operates with a mental schedule, carefully balancing responsibilities and personal time. When someone disrespects that balance by being late, canceling plans without notice, or assuming he can rearrange his life at a moment's notice, it's more than an inconvenience, it's an insult. Sigmas don't just see time as minutes ticking by, they see it as a reflection of priorities. If you constantly show up late or fail to respect their time commitments, they'll interpret it as a lack of respect for them as a person. Sigmas are exceptionally good at prioritizing what matters. If you consistently prove unreliable, you won't remain on their list for long. They won't argue or demand punctuality, they'll simply stop inviting you into their world. Number 3. Twisting their words. To a Sigma, his words are an extension of his thoughts, precise, intentional, and grounded in truth. He doesn't speak just for the sake of speaking. When he shares an opinion, he expects it to be taken at face value. Twisting his words, whether to create unnecessary drama, make him appear combative, or insinuate a hidden motive, is an immediate breach of trust. Sigmas value clarity and direct communication above all else. They don't have the patience for rumor mills, emotional manipulation, or the games people play to steer conversations toward their own agenda. When someone distorts their words, it feels like an attack on their integrity and intellect. A Sigma isn't one to waste time arguing or repeatedly defending himself. Instead, he'll withdraw, viewing the situation as unworthy of his energy. Honesty is everything to a Sigma. The moment he realizes you're more interested in manipulating his words than understanding his intent, the relationship begins to unravel. He'll choose silence over interaction, and soon enough, you'll find him gone. Number 4. ignoring their need for independence. A Sigma male thrives on independence. His ability to navigate life on his terms is one of his defining characteristics, and he values the freedom to make decisions without interference. When someone starts to impose their expectations, overly monitor his actions, or attempt to control aspects of his life, it feels suffocating to him. This isn't about rebellion, it's about preserving his sense of self. Sigmas are not the type to seek validation or approval. They don't appreciate being micromanaged or constantly questioned about their choices. Whether it's deciding how to spend their time, pursuing personal goals, or simply maintaining their solitude, they expect their autonomy to be respected. When this boundary is crossed, they'll quickly distance themselves. Rather than arguing or confronting the person, a Sigma will simply recalibrate his life to eliminate the source of control. His independence isn't just a preference, it's a non-negotiable part of his identity. Number 5. Overloading them with emotional drama. While Sigma males are empathetic and capable of deep understanding, they're not interested in getting dragged into unnecessary emotional drama. To them, constant arguments, passive-aggressive behavior, or over-the-top emotional outbursts are energy-draining and counterproductive. Sigmas value peace and balance in their lives. They don't mind supporting someone through a rough patch, but they draw the line when the emotional chaos becomes a recurring pattern. If someone continuously stirs up unnecessary conflict or thrives on drama, a Sigma will see it as a toxic environment that jeopardizes his inner calm. Instead of engaging in endless debates or trying to fix the situation, he'll quietly remove himself. A Sigma doesn't want to feel like he's constantly walking on eggshells or being pulled into an emotional roller coaster. Stability and rationality are crucial to him, and he won't hesitate to leave a turbulent dynamic behind. Number 6. Betraying their trust. Trust is sacred to a Sigma male. Once he opens up to someone, a rare occurrence in itself, he expects that trust to be reciprocated and honored. Betraying his trust, whether through dishonesty, disloyalty, or sharing something personal he's confided in you, is one of the quickest ways to alienate him. To a Sigma, betrayal isn't just an act, it's a statement about a person's character. He views relationships, whether personal or professional, as partnerships based on mutual respect and loyalty. When that foundation is broken, he sees no reason to continue the connection. Unlike others who might confront the betrayal with anger or seek closure, a Sigma will retreat silently. He doesn't dwell on grudges or seek revenge, but he will ensure the betrayer has no access to his inner world moving forward. Once that trust is gone, there's no rebuilding it, he's already moved on. Number 7. Trying to fix or change them. If there's one thing a Sigma won't tolerate, it's someone trying to mold him into something he's not. Sigmas are fiercely independent, and their identity is something they've carefully cultivated over time. Attempts to fix them, whether by pushing them to be more extroverted, trying to get them to conform to societal norms, or pressuring them into group dynamics, feel like a direct challenge to their autonomy. Sigmas thrive in their chosen solitude not because they're antisocial, but because they've learned to find value in their own company. They don't need validation from others to feel complete. When someone comes along with the intention of changing them, it feels like an attack on the very foundation of their identity. Rather than engaging in arguments or attempting to explain themselves, they'll choose the simpler option, leaving. A Sigma doesn't want to be seen as a project. He wants to be respected for who he is, flaws and all. If you can't accept him on those terms, he'll quietly exit the relationship without looking back. Number 8. Talking over them or cutting them off. When a Sigma speaks, he's not looking to dominate the room or drown out other voices. He speaks with purpose, often offering a perspective others may not have considered. Cutting him off or talking over him isn't just rude, it's a sign that you don't value what he has to say. Unlike others, Sigmas won't raise their voices or compete for attention. They won't try to win the conversation by speaking louder or longer. Instead, they'll fall silent, retreating into their thoughts and withdrawing their insights from the discussion. For a Sigma, being interrupted signals that you're not truly interested in his thoughts or perspective. If you consistently show that you're more focused on your own voice than his, he'll conclude that there's no point in continuing the dialogue. His silence will be the last thing you hear before he walks away. If you found these insights helpful, feel free to leave a comment. If you're unsure about what to say, simply write 100% to let us know you watched until the end. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, we invite you to subscribe now and become part of our channel. Thank you for your attention. Until next time.